I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jammer. First segment, talked about the NBA playoffs, Saturday game recaps. This segment, we're talking about the Sunday game recaps, the game from yesterday on Easter. Happy Easter to those who celebrate, by the way. But I'll talk about the games on Easter, talk about those in this segment. Before we get into those, however, tips and donations. Tips and donations are always greatly appreciated. By tipping and donating, it shows you guys care about the content that we are putting out. And by tipping and donating, we'll continue to keep putting out the best work that we possibly can so you guys can enjoy, watch, listen. And it's what we're here for. It's our job. We want to make sure you guys are enjoying it, what we're doing. So if you do want to tip or donate, if you're in the live stream, the best way to do that is through the Super Chat and Sticker feature. If you're not in the live stream, watching or listening, the two links in the bio and description are the best way to do that. Even if you don't want to leave a tip or donate, you want to leave a comment, if you're in the live chat, please throw that in. I'll see it as soon as you throw it in there. I'll respond to it as soon as I see it. So I like being able to talk to you guys. Please do that. Also, if you're also not in the live stream and you're like watching or listening, throw it in the comment section. I'll see that as soon as I can, as soon as I'm done uploading, editing, all that stuff. I like to look it over. And if you guys have a comment, put it in the comment section. I'll respond to that. I love being able to talk to you guys. So feel free to leave a comment, either the live chat or the comment section of the YouTube video, and I'll get to those as soon as possible. But like I said, if you do want to tip or donate, which is always greatly appreciated, if you're in the live chat, the super chat and the stickers are the best feature for that. If you're not in the live stream, the two links in the bio and description will do the best thing for that. So with that being said, let's get into segment number 2. Story number 2 is the recap from Sunday's slate of basketball games. Sunday's games, I mean, it really wasn't, a day that one day was better than the other. They were both pretty even matched days, I'd say, for, scale, how much fun they were to watch and enjoy. But looking at the scores right now, you could make a debate that Saturdays were definitely better just based off, how close the games were score-wise. But they were both good games. I mean, both days were good. There's no, every team's in the playoff for a reason. There's no bad playoff game, but there definitely was. If you do want to look at one certain game, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Memphis Grizzlies. I think you probably, if you're listening or watching, you've probably seen the score of the game already. But in case you haven't, the OKC Thunder beat the Memphis Grizzlies 131-81. They beat them by 51 points. I mean, this is playoff basketball. I mean, you're expecting close, good games, and you're losing by 51 points in the first game. That just shows that Memphis just really doesn't know what they're doing. They fired their head coach 3 weeks ago, which I still think is one of the most interesting decisions that organization has made, considering he's the only one who's brought them to playoffs as of recently. Yeah, he's had very little success outside the first round, but still, he's taken them to the playoffs, and they fired him. And then they lose by 51 points to OKC. This Memphis team just isn't good enough to be competing in the Western Conference against teams like OKC. Yeah, they got John Morant. SGA is just so much better than him, however. Desmond Bain. You got guys, Jalen Williams. I mean, you got guys who are just so much better than Memphis. I had Memphis winning at least 2 games, maybe. But at this rate, it's going to be a 4-0 sweep, which is never a fun thing to see, especially if, your favorite team is playing a 4-0 swept. So, that stinks. I mean, the Thunder is that good. They're just that good. Celtics versus Orlando. I thought this would be a good game as well. I mean, the score, Boston did win 103-86, but I thought Magic would have put up a better defensive battle because that is what they're here for. They're known for their defensive play through, the regular season and playoffs. And, 103 against, letting up 103 to a very good Boston offense. Oh, I'm yawning, I'm sorry. It's a very gloomy day here. I'm very tired. Yeah, I hear a train right now. It's very gloomy. It's one of those days. But, like I was saying, Orlando's here because their defense, not their offense. And 86 points is not going to get you a win in the playoffs. And when you're that did hold Boston to probably one of the top 2, maybe top 3 best offenses in the NBA to only 103 points. So the potential is there. They could absolutely come back and win a few games in the series, 1 or 2 games. But, I don't know. Boston's just so dominant and so good. It's going to be very hard for them to come back and be able to win games like that. We'll have to wait and see. Cleveland. They played the Miami Heat. They won 121-100. I really thought that Heat were about to come back and win that game. They were down 10, came back, kept it within 3, and then Cleveland just went on an absolute tear. You got guys like Darius Garland pulling up from almost the logo on 2 straight possessions and hitting just banking threes. You can't even defend that. What are you gonna do? Go up and face guard him at the logo? No. You got guys like Tyus Jones or Max Strus is pulling up still. Cleveland is just so dominant when it comes to shooting. It's insane. They just don't miss half the time. And the Heat they are an 8 seed or whatever. They're not a bad 8 seed at all. They made it to the playoffs without Jimmy Butler, who is, by the way, the best. Probably he was the best player on that team. I was gonna say one of the best playoff players of all time, and actually I'll stick by that. Playoff Jimmy helped take an 8 seed out of the play-in, took him all the way to the NBA Finals, and played the Nuggets 2 years ago. But even with him gone, I absolutely believe that the Miami Heat can still, make a push, maybe take it to 7, maybe. We'll have to wait and see for that, though. But, the Miami Heat aren't a horrible team whatsoever at all. They're a good basketball team. They're not the best, but they're not horrible. And even though they're an 8 seed, I do believe they are the best 8 seed. They are better than Memphis. And this 121-100 loss doesn't say that for them. They are a good team. They're better than what the record says. They just Jimmy Butler was holding out for so long, and some of the players were hurt. You got guys like Tyler Hero, phenomenal basketball player. Bam Adebayo, one of the best centers in the league. Duncan Robinson, Yame Vasquez. These teams. This Heat team is a really good team and can absolutely make some noise. But will they? I'm not so sure, unfortunately. But we'll have to wait and see for the next game, which comes on Tuesday, to see if my point stands. If it doesn't, we'll have to wait and see. The best game yesterday, though, however, the Warriors-Houston Rockets game. It looks like Steph Curry still has a grudge against Houston. He is just so good. Yeah, they beat them in 2018, so he doesn't really have a grudge, but he still just has hate. I'm not sure. He just doesn't like Houston. And the 95-85 win for them, a 7 seed coming in and beating a 2 seed. This is, the Houston Rockets, however, went from a 500 team last year, 41-41, no playoffs, no play-in whatsoever. They go from 41-41, no play-in, no playoffs, to the second best team in the West. Second overall seed in the West. In one of the best Western conferences we've seen in a long time. That does show a lot, but the team is so young that you got guys like Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler. They're just doing their job. They're shooting, and Jimmy Butler's making plays on defense. The the Warriors are so good and so dominant. The Houston Rockets could make. I mean, at this rate, I did have the game originally going to 7, and I still think it will go through. I still think the series will go to 7 games. I'm really excited to see how that pans out, though, just because how good the Warriors dynasty franchise is. Steph Curry is still playing like he has his entire career. He's shooting good. He's not the best defensive player, but he's still doing the best that he can with what he's got on defense. He's got, Jimmy Butler, like I said, still hooping. He wanted out. He got out. He got what he finally wanted. Went to Golden State. Helped take them to the play-in. They're playing the 2-seed Rockets as a 7 seed. And they can absolutely win this series and go on to the Western Conference semis. But the Warriors are just so good and so dominant still. It's really insane how good this team is. I am really excited to see, how they pan out, how this whole series goes. I do hope the Warriors win. I'm not a huge Rockets fan because my screen froze. I got a little nervous there. The Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham beef. Obviously, I'm from Detroit. I'm a Pistons fan, so I just like the Pistons. I just don't like the Houston Rockets. Also, they have a Men Thompson, who's a Sar's twin. So I gotta root for the team that's not, you know what I'm saying. I just don't like the Rockets. So I do hope the Warriors win, but I do the Rockets are still young. I do kind of hope they have some success. No finals appearance yet, but just get them some experience. So come next year, if they do happen to lose to the Warriors, I'm not sure they will. Well, this game, like I said, will probably go to 7. We'll go from there. But I'm excited to see the rest of the series pan out because, like I said, if Houston does end up losing, they're going to come back next year, more experience, and they can make a deep run next year as well. But as of right now, it's going to be a great series. I'm excited to see how it ends, how it plays out going forward. Also, sorry, my book here also hit the computer again. I gotta stop. I gotta take it off my keyboard so it doesn't keep doing that. Make everyone's ears hurt. I'm sorry about that. But that's all we got for this segment. Next segment, we're talking about the games tonight. Just 2 games tonight. We'll preview those. Talk about who I think is gonna win. After that, we're going to the NFL draft. Running backs and quarterbacks. We'll talk about who I think is gonna go where or the best players available. We'll talk about all that after the break.